Welcome to the Turkish Embassy residence. I'm Demet Dizdar, the spouse of the Turkish ambassador. Today with Beynuna TV team, we're going to show you a dish about Turkish traditional dishes for what we cook for Ramadan. And we will share our kitchen with you. We will share our joy with you. This is my second time here in Abu Dhabi. It was 20 years ago we were here and our son was born here. Now he's 18. And every time I look at this photo, I just feel very deep inside the value of family, the children. And also, I am a teacher of cookery. I teach cookery. So it will be an opportunity for me to share that teaching with you as well. I even have the chef dress, so I am quite excited to wear that because I don't usually wear it. I also try to bring my own personal things, accessories, my memories with me, and wherever we go I try to do that. So we will also have a look and share the stories with you. This is a cabinet of bottles, the old bottles, but the story with this is usually the ambassador, when the ambassador in this residence is about to leave, has to put at least one piece of this collection, and then that's why there are a lot of different and numerous versions of these bottles. So it's a tradition of the residence. This is a family heritage. This Quran is handmade and more than 300 years old. I don't know for how many generations before we had this in our family. Now it's alive with me. So this is a gem for our family. And when I talk about Ramadan and food, it always reminds me, and hope it will remind everyone, especially this month, all around the world, that we should be thankful for Allah for every blessing He has given us, and should be praying for that, and should remember that there are so many people in need, so many children without food, so many mothers that who cannot feed their children. Usually during the month of Ramadan we cook, we double the size of the food we cook, and then we tend to give it to the needy ones, or anyone is really welcome during Ramadan and any time, but especially during Ramadan, to come to our houses and share our food with us. And now, maybe it's time to start cooking, so please, you're most welcome to our kitchen. And now let's go to our kitchen and get on with our food. We'll prepare you something special, which is pure Turkish. And welcome to the Turkish kitchen. Hello, Afer.
Hello.
Afer is our chef, Afer Coşkunsoy, and he's also my best friend in the kitchen. He's an angel, he's very quick, so we have a lot of fun in the kitchen preparing all those formal dinners and everything. So today for our Ramadan dish, we'll prepare that together too. And we so much enjoy the food when preparing, we don't know if we enjoy the food or the food enjoys us more. And today we chose karnıyarık in Turkish, an eggplant dish. And literal translation is the scarf on the stomach. because with these eggplants we will carve them and then we'll make a filling. And this actually we have a two-way of doing this dish, but one of them is by frying the eggplants first. The other one is by grilling them in the oven with the olive oil. Because this year Ramadan comes on summer, we decided to make it a little bit lighter and then put it in the oven with the olive oil. And for the karnıyarık, we have some special ingredients, of course. So for 6 people, we need 6 eggplants and about 600 grams of mincemeat. And the hint here is, it's very important, half lamb, half beef mincemeat. And we need some tomatoes, we need 2 onions, and 4 or 5 tomatoes are enough. And we need flat leaf parsley, and we need some tomato paste and red pepper paste, which is very peculiar to Turkey. And then some pepper and some sugar and some salt. Okay, so it's up to your taste how to add them. We'll show you. So now we'll start by preparing the eggplant. So because it's karnıyarık, we will have a scarf on the stomach. So Afer and I will show you. First, we'll get rid of the root. And the important thing here when we're carving the stomach, do not go really deep, okay? Just leave 1-2 centimeters in the bottom, because otherwise it will be half split into half. And we usually use extra virgin olive oil if you are from the western part, and then we use a lighter one if you are from the eastern part of Turkey. We will brush the whole eggplant generously and then put it on the tray. Then we're ready to put this in the oven, 250 degrees for about 15 minutes. And the important thing is, on the 7th minute we have to turn it the other way so that it won't burn underneath. Okay? And for the filling, the main ingredient is, of course, onion, but not too much because we want the meat to have the flavor more. So 2 onions will be chopped. Now it's time for the tomatoes. It's important to get rid of the peel. The important thing here, for the decoration, we do not peel off the tomatoes. With the skin on, we just make, these thick, small pieces. So the decoration is ready. Now, we're ready to do our filling, but it will be in the hot area. And now that the eggplants are in the oven getting soft and being grilled, we can prepare the filling for them. So the filling for the stomach of the eggplants, the first ingredient is the olive oil. And on a hot stove, we'll put for about 6 tablespoons of olive oil. Just heat it and wait for it to sizzle a little. Do you think it's time? Let's see if it's time. Yes. Do you like this sound? And the second ingredient is the mincemeat, half lamb, half beef. Because if we do it whole lamb, it will be very heavy. If we do it whole beef, it will be very light. And the other reason is this is from the west and this is from the east. So it's the combination of 7 regions in Turkey. That's why we want to mix them. So this process usually takes for about 5, 6, at most 7 minutes because we don't want the meat to be really dry. So leave it a bit juicy. Okay. And now that the onions and the meat, they became best friends, we can add the tomato and the red pepper. And now some water we have to put. It's about half or 1 cup of water. Three teaspoons, but Turkish teaspoons, small ones, of salt, and 2 teaspoons of pepper. And then we turn off the stove a little bit so that slowly they'll talk to each other, and then it will be in harmony. It'll take the water off, and then the meat will come up and the tomatoes will sing. Then finally we'll add the parsley. So after 7 minutes, the sauce is, the filling is ready. One thing it's missing is fresh parsleys, finely chopped. So this is the perfume of the filling, we say. And it has to be put at the very last minute to give its fragrance and its color. Now the eggplants are also cooked after 15 minutes. Now we can put the eggplant and open their stomach. See how soft and easy it is. Now there is a secret tip we have here. Sugar and some salt will help the eggplants. If they are still a bit bitter, sometimes the eggplants can be bitter, so they will lose all those bitterness when we add some sugar and some salt. And when I didn't want to eat this when I was young, my mother used to tell me, but it has sugar inside. Now we can put the filling in the empty stomachs. And it's always better to do it with a small spoon. Okay. So see, what he's doing is he's getting rid of the juice, trying to put only the meat on the stomachs, because after that we save it to pour all over again and put the decoration and then put it in the oven for about 5 minutes. So with the leftover filling, don't worry if you have any leftover filling, because most of the Turkish mothers, next day for the kids, they do it with eggs. They just heat it and then crack some eggs on it. And it's a very good lunch, a healthy lunch for the kids. especially the very young ones who are not fasting. It's easy. Okay, now we can pour the sauce, the juice of it. Remember the decoration we talked about, the pepper and tomato? Now we can put them on top of the boats. For a chef, it's the best and the most fun part, and Afer loves doing it, so I always leave it to him. Now we can put this back into the oven, 220 degrees for about at most 5 minutes, and then it'll all be ready. And now the eggplant bowls are ready. They're grilled, filled, and then decorated. But in Turkey, especially in Turkey, no karnıyarık is left alone on a plate. So we have some accompaniments traditionally we eat with it. It's most probably and favorably rice and cacık. Cacık is a yogurt drink with very finely sliced and cubed cucumbers, and we have olive oil on top and some mint in it. So now we're going to prepare a serving plate with all the friends of this beautiful dish, and would like to show it to you to enjoy. So this is a Turkish rice, meaning the more butter you have, the better it is. So it has to shine. So this is cacık we were talking about, and we have our rice and we have our karnıyarık. And with Afer, we always say the last but not the least, the most important ingredient is love. So we put our love in it too, as always. So afiyet olsun, enjoy it.
Afiyet olsun.
So thank you for sharing our joy in the kitchen. And the food is usual, but this time it's time for iftar. And now that the food is ready, I want to share with you cultural and traditional things we do during iftar and until sahur. So this is the first thing we do. In every table, doesn't matter huge, small, with a lot of food, with little food, this is a tradition to put on the table some rice, some sugar, and some salt. Of course, we don't eat them, but they have symbolic meanings. And salt means the taste of the family, because without salt, no food is tasty, so it comes from that. And sugar, it means muhabbet, the harmony in the family. And rice means prosperity and Allah's blessings. And then we usually break our fasting with olives. Nowadays in modern Turkey, we have dates as well, but the very traditional one is black and green olives. So with a glass of water after praying and thanking for that day of Ramadan and for all the nations, friends and family, then we have pide, which is a Turkish bread, which is done only during Ramadan, just for 1 month. Then we have cheese and butter. When the dinner is finished, as most of you would know, Turkish coffee and tea is very important. So we finish it with a dessert, and then until the end of sahur, we drink coffee and tea. We would like to thank you as the Turkish Embassy resident staff, and on behalf of all the Meynuna team. We had a lot of fun and it was quite a joyful day for us. We hope you enjoyed it too. And the last but not the least, we want to say Ramadan Kareem. Shukran.